Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. As always, a free way you can support the channel. Hit that like button, leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Let's go ahead and dive right in with a simple question. Has Bitcoin hit its local bottom? So we went down to, man, this morning was crazy. I don't know, this morning, at least in the United States, was insane. I was sleeping through this, but we had a dump to mid $55,000 range, a spike to almost $58,000, another dump down to $56,000 flat, and now we're above 57,000. I think we are moving in the right direction. And to answer the question that I'm asking right now, my guess is that yes, we have hit a local bottom. If not, then we will sometime very soon before making another move up. But before I get into that, my goodness, look at crypto.com. Unbelievable. 84 cents. If you remember, my prediction for this cycle was 50 cents, and that's blown it out of the water. And it joins the list of cryptocurrencies that are beyond where I thought they would be. There's not a ton as of right now, but Solana, I predicted Solana when Solana was $25 to hit $200 this cycle. And I'm trying to think what else. There's a few other predictions that I've had to revise just because they've gone so much higher. So yeah, anyway, good news for crypto.com holders. I have sold 5/12 of my crypto.com, my Crow cryptocurrency, and I have a tendency of never regretting it. That was more than a 3x for me. I am perfectly fine. But let's take a look at some charts to explain why I think Bitcoin has hit a local bottom, or if not, if I'm wrong about that it will hit a local bottom, like literally within a few days. And so first things, the simplest thing first, balance on exchanges continues to decline. 28,000 Bitcoin has been removed since about a week and a half ago when we were at $66,000. Since then, $28,000 Bitcoin, 28,000 Bitcoin have left exchanges. So good sign there. Here's the biggest thing that I'm looking at right now that has me pretty interested to see where we go next. So Bitcoin total supply held by short-term holders. So this is what, think of it this way. Long-term holders, they are continually adding to their supply. Look at the first chart from the video that I made yesterday. We reached a peak in March of 2020, and then something shifted in the dynamics of how we look at Bitcoin. If you remember March of 2020, not only was that at least in the United States, the day that we woke up to the threat of the coronavirus, but if you remember the response to that, it was just stimulus after stimulus after stimulus. And, those of us who have been in this for a while, one of my taglines is calling BS on the melting ice cube, known as the US dollar since 2010. For me, that was a terrifying thing. Yeah, you can argue about, how much we needed it. I'm not going into that in that direction, but to say that the inflation that we're seeing right now is like, duh, obviously that was going to happen. And so I lost a lot of faith in the US dollar, even more faith in the US dollar as a cryptocurrency. March of 2020 was when long-term holders, that was the all-time high for the amount of Bitcoin held by the amount of Bitcoin held by exchanges, as long-term holders were then adding more and more to their supply. And that was the all-time high. We are going down forever until the amount of Bitcoin held by exchanges will be fractions. Instead of millions, it'll be thousands, maybe if we're lucky, tens of thousands by the next halving. But then short-term holders, it tells a different story. And so you can see on this chart, we have two dotted lines here, 3 million Bitcoin held by short-term holders. And here's a point, 4.5 million Bitcoin held by short-term holders. And so equals distribution, less than 3 million equals accumulation. And so look at the price at these bottoming out points under 3 million Bitcoin held by short-term holders. We have July around September of 2015. And the price was very low at the time. I'm trying to think. I think it was under $1,000 at that time. And you can see over those next several months, I mean, that was a very ideal time to have bought Bitcoin on the way up to $20,000. We have the December 2018 capitulation where short-term holders were at, at another low under this $3 million point. And again, that was a great time to have bought Bitcoin for this mid-cycle, mid between peaks run from $3,000 Bitcoin to 14,000. And so we had a mini peak there in supply held by short-term holders. We had the coronavirus crash in March of 2020, below 3 million Bitcoin. And now, believe it or not, July, we didn't go below 3 million Bitcoin held by short-term holders. We were just kind of going down this hill here, but we have bottomed out. It looks like we are moving up, and what I would expect would be another move up to a point where do we go from here? 4.5 million held by Bitcoin holders, by short-term holders. I would expect at least 4.5 million held by short-term holders, but would it be more? Probably not. I don't even know if there's 6 million available. There probably is not even 6 million available. So maybe we would get back to this 4.5 million Bitcoin held by short-term holders, which will drive the price up pretty significantly. And so I'm looking at this. This is kind of a bottoming out, and now we're moving upwards, which is a good sign for upward movement with Bitcoin. So anytime we've gone below this $3 million threshold or 3 million Bitcoin threshold, that's been a great time to buy. And so here we are again. Oh my goodness, McAfee. All right, I'm not going to edit that out. Some other things. Two other things. This is probably going to be a shorter video. RSI. Looking at the RSI right now, we are seeing similarities between now and July, the bottoming out of Bitcoin in July at $29,000. So RSI was very much oversold here. You can see this point here, July 19th, July 20th, that was about the bottom. RSI, the Bitcoin was way, way too oversold at that time. And now we are at the exact same point RSI wise. And so what happens next? You could look at September as well. The end of September, RSI was pretty low, and we saw a short squeeze and shot up, October 1st, about $7,000 that day. We saw something similar in the end of July, middle to end of July, where RSI was way oversold. And then we started climbing. We had like 10 days in a row, 10 green candles in a row, and then a little correction, and then another, period of great growth for Bitcoin. I'm expecting something similar right now. And there's so many similarities. This is another RSI chart that I'm showing here. This is July again. This is September. So, but same deal. October 1st, we pumped like crazy. So a period of accumulation, a little bit of a fake out, this pink box here, and then this bottoming out where there was a lot of fear in the market before a short squeeze and a pump on October 1st. So same deal, period of accumulation, a little bit of a fake out. We got up to 69,000 and then 66, and then this box, another box here of fear of, what do you want to call that? And what I'm expecting next at some point, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe early next week, something like that. I think before December 1st, or maybe on December 1st, we would see another short squeeze. So shorts are increasing their positions. When we were at 69,000 and 66,000, there was not a short to be found. Like legitimately, there was no shorting going on. But now, of course, now that the price is lower, people are saying that it's going to go, that the cycle's over. It's, see you in 2024. And so Bitcoin's going to go down to what, like $40,000? That's nonsense. It's not going down to $40,000. But people are shorting Bitcoin. And so now we are going to be well positioned for those shorts to get squeezed out. So again, patience is a virtue here. But we are at or near the bottom, and however long it takes, whether it's days or weeks, we will be seeing higher prices soon, in my opinion. So hang tight. Hope you have a great day. I will probably be live again later today, but until then, I will see you in another video. Peace.